You know what the biggest lie they sell you is? That you're supposed to be happy doing nothing. That it's okay to be average, lazy, distracted, addicted, and still feel good about yourself. That's a trap. That's how they keep you weak. Because weak men are easy to control. They want you soft, tired, scrolling endlessly, chasing fake pleasure, running from pain. But let me tell you something real. Nothing in this life worth having comes easy. If you want respect, if you want power, if you want to walk into a room and have people feel your presence before you speak, then you have to earn it. Every single day, through sacrifice, through war, through discipline so deep, it becomes who you are. No more complaining, no more victim talk, no one's coming to save you. You either save yourself or you stay trapped in mediocrity, watching others live the life you dream about. You need to become dangerous, not reckless. Dangerous, controlled, focused, powerful. You need to sharpen your body, sharpen your mind, master your emotions, because one day life is going to test you hard. And in that moment, your preparation will decide whether you rise or break. Most men break, not because life is too hard, but because they are too soft. They've been avoiding pain their whole lives. They've been sedated with food, porn, comfort, entertainment, and now they're hollow inside. But you have a choice. You can reject all of it. You can choose the harder path. You can wake up early, train like a beast, read like a scholar, work like a machine, and pray like a warrior. And you do it not for clout, not for followers, but because you refuse to be weak. Because you refuse to let this life pass you by like a spectator. You're not here to be a sheep. You're here to build something eternal. Your legacy, your name, your strength, your code. You do it for your family. You do it for your future wife, for your children. You do it because you're a man, and men were made to lead with honor, with purpose, with fire in their chest. But none of that comes unless you sacrifice who you are for who you can become. Kill the old version of you, the lazy one, the addicted one, the doubtful one. Kill him. And step into the man who wakes up every day with clarity, with power, with a mission. Life is war every day, and only the disciplined survive. Only the focused win. Only the ones who move with strength, with humility, and with faith rise. So let the others sleep. Let the others laugh. You stay sharp. You stay praying. You stay grinding. Because one day, when the storm comes, you'll be the last one standing. Not because you were lucky, but because you were ready. Every man wakes up with two choices. Stay weak and die slow, or rise and fight for his life. There is no in between. This world doesn't care how you feel, doesn't care about your excuses or your trauma. It respects results, discipline, and power. If you don't get your life together, nobody's going to hand you anything. There are men out there waking up at 5 a.m., training until they puke, working while others sleep, building while others complain, and you think you deserve to win by doing nothing? Stop lying to yourself. No one is coming to rescue you. You either step up or get left behind. Every day you skip discipline is a day you're saying you're okay with being weak, and weak men suffer the most. Weak men get ignored, disrespected, used, and forgotten. You think you're tired now? Try being tired and broke. Try being tired and invisible. That's a different level of pain. Strong men suffer on purpose. They embrace pain, wake up before the sun, move like machines, work when it's boring, when it's painful, when it's lonely. They build themselves into something that can't be ignored, not for fame, not for clout, but because they respect themselves enough to earn power. This world punishes laziness, destroys comfort seekers. If you're not dangerous, not in shape, not disciplined, not alert, you're already behind. You are prey. You're just waiting for life to break you, and it will. Life will test you. Death, betrayal, failure, chaos, and if you haven't prepared for war, you'll drown. But if your mind is trained, your body strong, and your will unshakable, you endure, you survive, you dominate. You want peace? Earn it. You want respect? Earn it. You go to war with yourself daily against laziness, addiction, excuses. No one can do it for you, not your family, not your friends. It starts with sacrifice sleep, comfort, distractions, even doubts. Kill the voice that tells you to rest when it's time to work. Replace it with fire and real belief built on effort. Pray, train, study, grind, stay away from poison. Move like a man on a mission. You weren't put here to scroll endlessly and die quietly. You were put here to stand tall, to protect, to build. Live like it's your last day, with urgency, purpose, and strength. The people who laugh now, they'll vanish when you rise. The ones who doubted you, they'll be silent when you win. But only if you keep going when it hurts. Most men never become great because they quit when it's hard. Don't be like them. Be rare. Be relentless. Be disciplined while they sleep. Stay calm in chaos. Be firm in your values. Trust Allah, then go work harder than anyone you know. You've got one life, one chance. Become a man of purpose or die a forgotten name. You've got to stop flirting with the idea of quitting. Stop entertaining weakness. The moment you even consider giving up, you've already lost half the battle. You say you want it? Then prove it. With your actions, not your words. With your discipline, not your emotions. Life isn't going to reward half-hearted attempts. It pays out to the man who gives absolutely everything. His energy, his time, his comfort, his distractions, and replaces it with effort, pain, patience, and perseverance. You don't get to whine about not succeeding if you haven't bled for it. You don't get to complain about your position in life if you haven't done everything in your power to change it. Every second you're not pushing forward, someone else is. Someone else is outworking you, outlearning you, outgrinding you while you sit there doubting your potential. You have breath in your lungs and strength in your body. So what are you doing with it? Every rep, every early morning, every long night, every setback, it all adds up. You're not supposed to stop when it gets hard. That's exactly when you go harder. You're not allowed to collapse every time the weight gets heavy. That's when you lift more. If you're waiting for motivation, you're already weak. Real men don't need hype. They show up regardless. You don't rise by chance. You rise by choosing pain over pleasure, choosing work over excuses, choosing mission over mood. There will be days you'll feel broken, ignored, tested, and that's when your true character is revealed. Do you crumble or do you double down? Do you sit in silence waiting for a miracle, or do you grind in silence and let your success speak later? The weak look for shortcuts. The strong build a fortress inside their mind and say, no matter what hits me, I will not break. You only fail when you stop. Until then, you're still in the fight. So push harder, go longer, train deeper, and stop looking for a way out. There is no way out. There's only through. And if you want to walk through fire, walk like it was designed to shape you. No more half effort, no more quitting, no more waiting for life to hand you a different path. Put your entire soul into your purpose and trust that Allah sees every ounce of effort you give, even the parts no one else claps for. This is your time. Don't waste another second being soft. Burn the bridge back to your old self and fight like your life depends on it, because it does. You talk about wanting to be great, wanting to be successful, wanting to be respected, but do you understand what that actually demands from you? Not a little effort, not some half day of trying and a week of rest, not bursts of motivation and months of laziness. If you want it, really want it, then you have to wake up every single fucking day and choose to suffer. Not once, not twice, but for years. You have to bleed into your purpose. You have to breathe it, sweat it, hurt for it. Because the truth is, life doesn't reward dreams, it rewards sacrifices. You don't get results from wishing, you get them from doing. From showing up when your body begs you to stop. From working in silence while others laugh, while they doubt, while they sleep. You have to outsuffer every man who thinks he's got more talent, more money, better genetics, more support. None of that matters if you're the hardest worker in the room every single time. Stop being soft. Stop giving up when things don't go your way. Who told you life was going to be easy? Who convinced you that you're owed success just for trying? That's not how this works. The real world doesn't care about your feelings. It responds to your grind. You want to quit? Then forget everything you said you wanted. You want to cry about how unfair things are? Then go ahead, but don't expect anything to change while you're sitting there sulking. You either step up or step aside. You either go all in or get out of the game. Pain is not a reason to stop. It's a reason to keep going. Because every second you're tired, Allah is watching. Every tear, every struggle, every sacrifice, He sees it. And when the time is right, He rewards it. But not if you quit halfway. Not if you fold under pressure. Not if you make excuses and hide behind comfort. Burn the bridges to your old life. Bury your excuses. Cut off your distractions. No more breaks, no more waiting for motivation, no more crying for help when it gets difficult. You are not here to exist. You are here to dominate, and that means giving everything, your mind, your body, your willpower, your time. That means refusing to stop even when your hands shake, your muscles burn, your heart pounds, your legs fail. That means turning off your fucking phone and turning up your focus. Let everyone else scroll, laugh, waste time, and talk shit. You're building an empire in silence. You're getting stronger, sharper, more dangerous with every second you don't give up. While they chase comfort, you chase purpose. While they chase approval, you chase mastery. You're not doing this for claps, likes, or fame. You're doing it because you owe it to yourself. Because you're not the type of man who folds. You're the type who bends reality with pressure, with pain, with power. And you never forget that everything you do, everything you earn, everything you suffer through, Allah sees it all. That's why you never fake it. That's why you never stop until your last breath. Because every second is a gift, every test is a lesson, and every challenge is a chance to prove that you were built for this. Keep going. Don't stop. Don't fucking stop. Not now. Not ever. You want something great? You want to become someone that nobody forgets? Then understand this first. You don't get there by doing what's easy. You don't get there by doing what's fun. You get there by doing what's necessary every single fucking day, whether you feel like it or not. That's the price. And the truth is, most men aren't willing to pay it. They talk, they post, they pretend, but when it comes down to putting in real effort, real consistency, real time, they fold. But not you. Not if you're serious. Not if you're ready to burn every excuse and grind until your name is written in sweat, blood, and sacrifice. It's not about how you feel, it's about what you do. It's about waking up before everyone else, working while they sleep, training while they scroll, learning while they party, staying locked in while they drift through life like cowards pretending they have time. They don't, and neither do you. Time is your most brutal enemy, and if you're wasting it, you're betraying yourself. You have to suffer. You have to embrace the suck. You have to be the man who chooses discomfort on purpose, because only through fire is real strength forged. You have to say no to everything soft, everything weak, everything that pulls you off track. There is no success without sacrifice. There is no excellence without obsession. You want discipline? Then earn it in pain. You want greatness? Then chase it with such intensity that it scares people, that it exposes their laziness, their cowardice, their lack of belief. They'll call you crazy, arrogant, extreme. Good. Let them talk. Let them laugh. Because when you rise and they stay where they are, they'll be silenced by your actions. That's what happens when you give everything. You don't argue. You dominate. You don't beg for respect. You take it by force with results. This is about building something inside you that doesn't crack, doesn't beg, doesn't quit. And understand this. You do all of it without pride, without arrogance, because you know you're just a man. Nothing more. And a man needs purpose. A man needs to be tested. So you train your mind to stop whining and start fighting. You train your soul to stop chasing comfort and start chasing growth. And every time you feel weak, you remind yourself that real warriors aren't built in comfort. They're built in chaos, in pain, in struggle, but you stay grounded. You know this life is temporary. You know your strength is nothing without faith. So you pray, you grind, and you never cross that line of arrogance. You do your part and you leave the outcome to Allah. You walk with fire in your chest and humility in your heart. You go through hell with your mouth shut and your head high. Because giving up is not an option. Because excuses are for people who will be forgotten. And you're not here to be forgotten. You're here to be unstoppable. You're here to be remembered, not for talking, not for pretending, but for doing every day until it hurts, until you break, and then you keep going. Because nothing is more dangerous than a man who refuses to quit. And that man, he becomes the example. He becomes the standard. He becomes the one they all watch. Not because he wanted to be famous, but because he earned the right to be respected. So stop hesitating. Stop waiting. Stop lying to yourself. You don't need permission. You don't need approval. You just need to commit. Fully. All in. Burn the plan B. Kill the fear. Get obsessed. Put your head down and build your legacy with discipline, sacrifice, and absolute belief that your time is coming. As long as you never fucking stop. The truth is, no one's coming to save you. Nobody gives a fuck about your feelings, your tears, or how hard your life's been. Life is war, and every day you either win or lose. Most people are asleep, walking around like zombies, comfortable, soft, weak, and distracted, chasing dopamine, avoiding discomfort, running from anything that demands effort. But you, if you're reading this, you've already felt it deep down. That burning anger, that frustration, that voice screaming that you're meant for more. And that voice, you better listen to it. You better sharpen it until it drowns out every excuse, every weakness, every lazy thought that tries to infect your mind. Success isn't about luck. It's about showing up when it's hard, about pushing through when every part of you wants to quit. It's about walking into pain and choosing it. While they scroll, you work. While they sleep, you train. While they make excuses, you find solutions. You don't need their validation. You don't need to be understood. You need results. You need to suffer with intention. You need to fall in love with discipline, with boredom, with sacrifice. You need to move with ruthless energy and unshakable faith. You wake up before the sun, pray, train your body, feed your mind, and execute like a machine with a mission. You don't cry about how hard it is, you lean into it. You don't complain about time, you squeeze every fucking second. You don't chase motivation, you create it. And when your legs shake, when your hands bleed, when the world tells you it's impossible, you smile because you know this is the part where most people fold. But not you. You're not most people. You're built different because you chose to be, because you looked at pain and said, I'm not afraid of you. You looked at failure and said, good, I'll use you. You looked at fear and walked right through it. And through it all, you remember, you're just a man. A man who submits to Allah, stays humble, but works like a beast. You're not doing this for fame. You're not doing this for followers. You're doing it because it's your duty. Because strength is a gift you earn. Because being a coward isn't an option. Because wasting your life is the ultimate disrespect. So you cut the noise, you reject weakness, you stop hiding and start building. You suffer now so you never suffer again. You grind now so your future is unbreakable. And if they laugh, let them. If they doubt you, perfect. Let them sit on the sidelines while you outwork every last one of them. This world is brutal, but so are you. If you stay focused, disciplined, and move with faith in your heart, Allah will open doors no one else can. So don't stop, don't slow down, don't give up. This is your time. Show the world what happens when a man finally decides to go all in. No distractions, no excuses, no surrender. Just relentless work, absolute faith, and a fire that never goes out. Every day you wake up is another chance to go all in, to either conquer the day or be conquered by it. And that's the harsh truth. Most people wake up already defeated, already tired, already looking for reasons to stay comfortable, but you don't have that luxury. You weren't born to be average. You weren't put here to waste time, to beg for approval, or to fit in with the herd. You were made to fight, to suffer with purpose, to build something unshakable, but it's going to cost you everything. You want to be disciplined? Then kill your laziness. You want to be respected? Then outwork every man you know. You want to lead? Then be the first one in and the last one out. Stop praying for easier days and start praying for stronger shoulders, because the weight isn't going away. You either carry it and grow or break and vanish. There's no middle ground. The world doesn't owe you shit. It doesn't care about your backstory, your struggles, or how much sleep you lost. It only responds to pressure, results, relentless action. So when you feel like you're about to quit, that's when you go harder. When you're exhausted, that's when you push further. When it's raining, when it's lonely, when no one believes in you, that's when your character is forged. No more breaks, no more crying, no more asking, why me? You go until there's nothing left in the tank. You give everything, your blood, your time, your energy, your will, and when that's not enough, you give more. Not because the world deserves it, but because you do. You deserve to look in the mirror and see a man who didn't flinch, who didn't fold, who went all in even when it hurt. You'll never become that man by doing what's easy. You'll never become that man by quitting early or chasing comfort. You'll only become that man by embracing pain, walking toward fear, and grinding when every cell in your body begs you to stop. And when the world finally takes notice, when they whisper your name with respect, you'll know it wasn't luck, it was war. It was built in silence, in discipline, in sweat and prayer. You'll know that behind every win was 100 nights of suffering you never posted about, but you kept moving because you didn't need validation. You had vision because you didn't seek comfort, you sought growth. And because you knew Allah guides those who grind with pure intention. So stop playing small, stop waiting, burn the excuses, silence the doubts, and go all in. This is your life, and no one's going to build it for you.